Welcome to this episode of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hondón Valley Homes. This week we've not only got a different set, but we've also got somebody sat to the side of me, and that's because we're going to be talking about bringing your pets to Spain. It's something we're asked an awful lot by clients of ours, and I'm not qualified to answer any of the questions, but the lady sat at my side is. So welcome to this week's episode of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hondón Valley Homes, where we talk about bringing your pets to Spain. So, welcome to Rebecca. Rebecca runs and owns the Hondón Vets Clinic here. So we're very lucky to have Rebecca here in the valley, so she can help answer all your questions when it comes to your pets. But what we're going to start with in this episode is actually bringing your pet from your country of origin here to Spain and what's involved in that, whether it's from the UK or from Northern Europe. So, Rebecca, over to you.
Okay, hello, hi. When you're thinking of bringing your pet to Spain, the most important is obviously your first appointment with your vet from wherever you're coming from. So all pets that are going to travel and are going to come into Spain would need a valid rabies vaccine done at least 21 days before they're due to travel, with a microchip, and depending on where they're coming from, so for all EU countries, that would be an EU passport. If post-Brexit they're coming from the UK, they'd need a special animal health certificate. So all of this would be done with your vet from your destination,
or your home country,
before coming here, and that would have to be arranged in advance because you need at least 3 weeks, as I said, for the rabies vaccines. If it is because things are a bit different now from the UK, certainly I would advise looking on the Defra Guidelines, because that's very up to date and it's got clear step-by-step process of how to bring an animal to an EU country from the UK.
So we'll put a link in the description and maybe on the screen, and that'll have the link for the Defra website, and we've just had a quick look through that, and this is full of loads of useful information.
Yeah, and it's a very good step-by-step guideline as well. So for travelling to and from the UK from an EU country post-Brexit, that's all very well explained and up to date, because things obviously have been changing quite a lot over the past sort of 6 months. So that's really, really important, is to make sure that you have contact with your vet there and get everything prepared. And then another part that I would say is equally important then for the health of our pets is to make sure that we're as prepared as possible for prevention of infectious diseases once they are here. So pets obviously moving to this part of Spain are looking forward to a lovely lifestyle here. However, we do want to sort of be as prepared as possible and stop any infectious disease spread. So here in this part of Spain, in the Mediterranean, we have to be very careful of certain diseases passed by mosquitoes and ticks. So there's certain diseases that certainly from Northern Europe we don't get here, so that's good, but others that we do. So we'd always want to be making sure that our pets are protected, and that's actually very easy with collars or pipettes that are available, and certainly nowadays there's also vaccines for some of the mosquito-borne diseases. So all of these things can be initially started before travel, and then once the pet's here in Spain, your local vet will be very happy to explain the differences in the infectious diseases and what's necessary to prevent each and every one.
So really, it's preparing the paperwork for your pet, and also preparing the pet for coming. Yeah, so the same way that people think if we bring a car over to Spain, you've got to change the headlights because of different requirements here. It's the same with your pet, that you need to prepare the animal so that it's safe and happy when it's here.
Exactly, yeah. So that will, so like I said, a good part of that will be done by your local vet before you travel, and well before you travel, to give time to make sure that the vaccines are put, that the 21 days are clear, that the certificates come back. So definitely would want to start preparing that a good few months before
Perfect.
travel. Okay, and then that's irrespective of how you're planning to travel, whether it's by car or by plane, etc.
Okay, brilliant. And what we'll do in the next episode is we'll talk about once your animal is here in Spain itself and what precautions you need to take to ensure that your beloved pet is looked after and stays fit and healthy whilst they're here. So for this episode, Rebecca, thank you very much.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
we'll see you next week for the next episode of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hondón Valley Homes, where Rebecca will talk about looking after your pets when they're here in Spain. Until then, adios.